Welcome everybody. Oh, I love seeing all these amazing faces showing up on Coffee with Clients today. So if you are coming on today, you have just entered into the Zoom room for our very first Coffee with Clients. And so what this is we are coming together for an extra added support for our clients. If you are on this Zoom, you have a coach, or maybe you know a coach or a client that is in the organization that we're a part of. And so we welcome you. My name is Karen Schatzline. I am an independent certified Optavia coach, and I have a couple of co-hosts on here with me today that I'll be introducing. But what this is we wanted to take you through a series of walking through the Habits of Health system. You may be a brand new client, and if you are, congratulations on the journey that you have just embarked on. It's going to be an amazing journey, and you and your coach are going to be walking very closely to reach the goals that you have. Maybe you are a client that has been on program for quite a while now, and you are in the process of reaching your health goals. Whatever season or phase of your journey that you're in, this is for you. And so we want you to know that we are not taking the place of your personal health coach. We are just an added support system working hand in hand with your personal health coach. And we hope that some of the things that you'll hear on this Zoom will trigger those conversation and connections back with your health coach. This is also not going to be a replacement for your client support pages. We want you to stay very engaged and interacting in your client support pages. So, but we do want to just welcome you to be a part of this community, just to embrace it. If you are a client, you know that we offer 4 components. The first being your health coach. The second being community. This is an added support for that community aspect of the program so that you can get extra, teaching and training on those habits of health systems. The third is the habits of health system. So we're going to be walking through all the elements of this health program. And the fourth, of course, is the fuelings. So we just want to welcome you. We want this to be a place where you can share wins, where you can share victories, where you can talk about your journey, where you can ask questions. So it's going to be very interactive. And for those that just joined in, this is Coffee with Clients, and it's going to be an amazing journey together. But I want to introduce a couple of people who are going to be on here with me today. There's going to be 3 other people that are going to be on here, one being my amazing husband of 32 years. We coach together, and that is Pat Schatzline, and that is my husband. And the second is going to be Kristen Adair. And the third is going to be John Michael Kilpatrick. All of us are independent certified Optavia coaches. And so right now, I'm just going to turn it over to my co-host, which is Kristen Adair, to kind of just go over a little bit in more detail of what this is going to be. Go ahead, Kristen.
Hello, guys. I'm Kristen. I am super excited to be here. I do know from the background that I have in therapy, whether it be substance abuse or mental health, that group settings like this tend to be 60% more effective. So like Karen said, this is not in place of your coach. You have an amazing coach. I know the people in this community and they're amazing. But this is just an added resource. And going through the holidays, now is the pivotal time to dive in. There's 60 something days left in the year, and only 4 of those are an actual holiday. So what our plan is if we band together and really up our accountability, up our support, up the encouragement, the celebrating, talk about how we overcome the obstacles, and really just get ingrained together, that we have a much better chance of thriving in the holidays instead of just surviving. So I'm super excited to be here. Welcome all of you guys. I know you're going to benefit from this tremendously. So excited to be here. And Karen, I will actually turn it over to Pat.
Well, I am honored to be a part of the very first Coffee with Clients. I was just putting it on some threads to make sure everybody knew about it. Guys, a couple of things I want to touch on, and of course, Karen and Kristen and a whole bunch of the team are helping lead this. And by the way, this is being led by a lot of veteran health coaches. What's amazing about this is we have 4 pillars with Optavia. Number one, we give you a coach. Do you know that a lot of times, and by the way, that's for free. We give you a coach for free. You have a coach for free, or you are a coach. And a lot of times coaches alone, a life coach type of is a major expense. So what Optavia did was they said, hey, you know what? We're going to give you a coach. We're going to give you community. All of you, whoever your coach is, you have a client support page or a text thread or whatever it might be. And then the third thing is the habits of health. When Dr. A over 20 years ago joined with Medifast to create Optavia, he said, look, let's teach how to stop, challenge, and choose. Let's teach how to get past the mental game. So he created the 26 different elements, and you're going to be hearing those over the next few weeks. And bottom line is, how many people outside of your house or your workplace or your car right now just need somebody to say, you can do this. You got this. And that's what this is all about. This is an encouraging time. There's going to be time for questions. There's going to be time to cover each one of the elements. We're going to talk about how do you stay in fat burn? How do you do a fat burn blitz? How do you handle the mind game? You know, there's just as much distance between the ears as the mouth and the heart. And our whole goal is to speak for you to hear up here, but feel it in your heart and begin to understand that you matter. My story mattered. My story started with holding my grandson for the first time on Thanksgiving in 2015. Not the first time, but the first time I woke up. Going back to the hotel, got a picture holding my grandson. I'm 72 pounds overweight, and I got really emotional on Thanksgiving Day. We were out in California visiting our kids, and I got emotional because I said, if I don't change, because the average person dies at a young age in our family from heart disease, I'm not going to see him play high school and college football like I did my son. Well, I changed. My grandkids are not going to grow up with a fat pappy. That's just the way it is right there. They're going to grow up with a guy that can run with them and get crazy with them and be a lunatic with them. And now we've got 3. And here's what I want to say to you. Your story matters. Our goal is to help you begin to realize, even when you mess up, even when you fall down, even when you kick yourself out of fat burn, we're here for you. We're cheering you on, but we're not taking the place of your coach or your regular client support community. And with that, I get an honor to turn it over to my guy, one of the first people that I was able to help coach. And I'll never forget us sitting and talking that day. And he actually became a health coach and has changed tens of thousands of lives, a massive team. He's a veteran coach, but he's one of my very best friends in the whole world. And I want him to jump on before we go deep into this. So I'm looking at all those real quick. Somebody just put, I'm just getting started. Hey, Samsung, that's what you got on your phone. Samsung, you need to switch to iPhone, but we're proud of you. You're just getting started. You can do this. Hey, JM Kilpatrick, why don't you jump in here and share your heart, and then we'll turn it back to these amazing hosts.
Hey, thank you, Pat. I just kind of want to echo what Pat was saying about the accountability of the health coach is everything. You know, guys, when I came on, Pat and Karen are my coaches, and they were phenomenal coaches, except the shaming that Pat gave me. He shamed me a lot about my fat body, and I just didn't look the best. But here I am, whatever works. No, he did not shame me, but he coached me, and we had such a great friendship. But he inspired me, because that guy that just got through speaking lost 72 pounds. And it inspired me to take back my health. And I've been a pastor for 20 years, and but this program radically transformed my health. But what shifted everything for me, guys, and I want to encourage all of you here. I'm not sure how long you've been on your health journey, what's going on with you, what your update is. We saw a lot of transformation happening in that chat, and I love it. But I'm going to tell you, one of the biggest keys I can ever tell anybody is stay very connected to your health coach. The more accountability that you're adding in your health journey with your health coach, the more layers that you're stacking of accountability, which I'll get into in a second, really ensures your success long-term. Guys, we're not here for short-term success. That's a diet. This is a lifestyle transformation. And I know that's why you're on the Zoom call, because you want to get connected to other people that are winning. You want to hear encouraging stories. You want to hear tips, because you don't want this to be temporary. And if I could tell you anything, guys, the more connected you get to your coach and this community, the better your results are going to be long-term.
I like to say that when I started my health journey 6.5 years ago, and then it led to coaching, this is the community I never knew I always needed. And that's why we wanted to create this, because we want to have that component of what we offer to be so strong with everyone. Because when you have a community that is cheering you on, you feel like, and you rise to the occasion of knowing that you can accomplish everything you set out to accomplish, because you've got people who are holding your, linking arms with you, who are cheering you on, who are at the finish line saying, you can do it, you've got this. And that's what this is all about. And we want to be that for you, along with your personal health coach. And so we hope we're going to talk about some things each week that is going to cause those connection points with you and your coach. And so I encourage you, after these Zooms, for you to reach out to your coach and say, this is what I took away from the Coffee with Clients. Can we discuss this further? Can we explore how this would look further in my life? And so I'm going to dive into this week's element. This is the first week of Coffee with Clients. And so we're going to start with element 1 in the Habits of Health. So if you don't have the Habits of Health book from Dr. Wayne Scott Anderson, whether you started out with it in your journey or whether you didn't, it's okay. It's totally okay. You can connect with your coach and ask them how you can get this book, Habits of Health, and your life book. And so your coach will be happy to direct you in how you can get those. And you can dive in and go along with us. You can journal in your life book. You can do all of those things. And so, or you can just go along with us each week on these Zooms. So whatever works best for you. And we just want you to be able to integrate into the fullness of what this plan has to offer you. So today we're going to talk about element 1. And I love element 1 because truly for me, it's what changed me going forward in my health journey. And that element 1 is knowing and understanding your why. Every one of us has a reason we started this health journey. And every one of your coaches started out as a client. And so we've all walked this journey of taking our health back, more than just weight loss. We've created a life that we can be vibrant, that we can be full of energy, that we can see the future in a way that we never thought that we could, because we took back our health. This is not a diet. I know your coach has shared that with you. This is not a diet. This is a health journey. And it's all about lifelong transformation, taking your health back one healthy habit at a time. And so we realized, when I started this plan, I was in my 40s. I am 53 now. And I'm a mom, I'm a grandmother, I travel, all of these things. But when I started this plan, I had a why, because at that point in my life, I had a hysterectomy. I, had some health issues. I was exhausted. We were traveling every single week with our with our occupation, and we were traveling. We were just tired all the time. We had a grandchild, and I was thinking to myself, well, I'm in my late 40s, and this is just what life is going to look like. I'm going to be tired for the rest of my life. I'm going to start putting on weight. I'm going to start, this is acceptable. This is what people do when they get to this age. And when this plan came along, and I realized that age is just a number, and we can be vibrant in every phase of our life. I can keep up with my grandkids. I can lose weight even in menopause and beyond. I can be full of hope and life and looking to the future with excitement, because I am physically able to run into that future and run the race that has been set before me. And so I want you to know that it is possible, whatever phase of life that you're in, you can take back your health. And so that was a powerful why for me, that I wanted, as I looked at my grandchildren, I wanted them to know, I saw, because Pat said that his grandkids won't have a fat pappy. I saw someone put in the chat that their granddaughter won't have a fat Mimi. And my grandchildren won't have a fat, exhausted Gigi, and so I love it. And I actually saw someone in the chat who put that they lost 173 pounds. I want everyone on here right now just to give, like a hand clap in your little screen, because that is phenomenal. You just changed the trajectory of your family's future. And so that is a big deal. We want to celebrate that. But knowing your why is going to be incredibly important on this journey. I saw some people in the chat that put that you just started your journey. And so I want, by the time we get off this Zoom, for you to know your why. And so we're going to talk about that, because your why is going to be an incredible motivation, that key element in your health journey. It's essential in making lasting life changes in your behavior, in your habits, for that lifelong transformation. And I shared with you my why, what that was, and it changed me. It changed me going forward. It's that intrinsic motivation, the biggest driver for change. And it drives you because it becomes something that you want to do. It matters to you. It's important. It inspires you to become better, to become the best version of yourself. And when you're doing something that's important to you, that inspires you, it kind of creates that whatever it takes mentality, that whatever it takes mindset, and it becomes powerful for your success going forward. And, I think maybe some of you on here that may have just started that journey, maybe you're thinking about that and you think, well, I just started my journey and that seems so far away. It just seems like a dream right now. It seems like I can't attain that goal yet. And I want to tell you, that's okay. That's what you and your coach are going to walk through together. That's what you and your coach are going to go through, the different things in this program that's going to help you get to that point. Because some of you may think, I just can't do it. And finding your why is so incredible. I was on the Peloton. My husband and I do Peloton because once we reached our goal, we moved into that healthy motion in our life, which we'll be discussing later in some of the Zooms. And I ride the Peloton bike, and I was on the Peloton bike one day, and the instructor, I was tired that day, honestly, didn't want to work out. I just didn't want to. And so I got on, I was doing the bare minimal to keep up with the thing on the screen. And the instructor literally said, she said, right now, I don't care what you feel like. I want you to level up your resistance 5 to 10 right now. And I made a conscious decision that I would not level up 5 to 10. And right as I made that decision, the instructor said, and for all of you out there who just made the decision you would not or could not level up 5 to 10, I want you to go ahead and level up 5 to 10 because you can. And I literally started laughing on that, on the Peloton bike. And sure enough, I leveled up 5 to 10, and come to find out I could level up. And it made me feel so proud that I did. And she went on to say, some of you need to get out of the should have mindset, because you think to yourself, I should do this, but I can't. And it's time. We should drink more water. We should make healthy decisions. We should go in and take that time for personal growth. But it's time that we change that should mentality to the I can mentality. I can drink more water. I can level up in my health. I can get up earlier and get into that personal growth time, and then change it from I can to I will. I will drink more water. I will level up in my health. And then just go ahead and throw a because on the end of it. I will drink more water because my body needs to be hydrated in order to stay healthy. I will get up earlier and get into my daily action because it's going to give me the ability to reach the goals that I have 6 weeks from now, 6 months from now, 6 years from now. So it's all about changing that mindset, but finding your why in the process. And I just want to say, my husband always says this, everyone deserves a chapter 2. You deserve a chapter 2 in your life. So whatever has happened in the past, you're on this health journey, all the bad decisions maybe you've made in food and exercise and different health decisions, you have the ability to turn the page, to turn the chapter, and start fresh. You've got a blank space in front of you. You have the ability to start dreaming again, to start creating the life that you can love, the life that you can be proud of, the life that matters to you, because you matter. Your dreams matter. Your why matters. And only you can do that. We're not allowed to be selfish about anything in our life. Whether you're a mom or you're a dad, you're taking care of your family, you're taking care of your children, you're always nurturing and taking care of everyone else. But the one thing in life that we are allowed to be selfish about is our health. You can be selfish about your health, because no one else is the one thing in your life that no one else can take control of but you. And you have the ability to say, this is something, if I take care of me, I'm a better wife, I'm a better mom, I'm a better caregiver, I'm a better friend, a better neighbor, a better coworker, but I have to take care of me in order to do those things. So I want to ask you a couple of questions throughout the day. I just want you to get a piece of paper sometime throughout the day. Maybe it's before you go to bed, just sometime. And I want you to ask yourself a couple of questions, because it's critical in finding that why. And I just want you to ask yourself, and it seems so simple, but hearing yourself answer these questions are going to help you determine your why. So I want you to ask yourself, do you really care about getting healthy? Is that something that matters to you? The second thing is, I want you to ask yourself, do you want to improve your life? And for many of you, I know when you're thinking those answers, I know that you said you do. You care about those things, because that tells me you're on the Zoom. You value your health, you value your life. And at some point today, I want you to write down what you think you can do. What is it that you think? I didn't think I could level up 5 to 10 in my resistance, but I actually could. I didn't want to. But once I did it, I realized I'm capable of more than I thought I was. I'm capable of becoming more than I thought I could. So that determines what's important to you. And this health journey is going to awaken you to what is truly important to you and what is truly possible. But only if you get clear about your why, if you stay the course and you stay focused and you do the work. And that's what this is about, us coming together to do that together. So before we go any further, I want you to know it's totally fine if all you put down on your paper is, I just want to lose some pounds. I just want to lose a little weight. I haven't really thought past that. That's okay. Because as you start making those little steps, determining your why, and you realize what is possible, can I tell you something? I happen to believe that you're going to start dreaming bigger. I happen to believe that you're going to start thinking bigger, and that you're going to become aware that you are capable of reaching goals that you never thought that you were able to reach. So it's so worth the time that you're investing in this health journey, finding that why, sticking to it. And here's what I want you to do. For me, it was, I wanted all that energy. I wanted the health. I wanted the vibrancy. But after you write all of those things down, I want you to ask yourself this question, because when we engage ourselves in what we're doing, it opens our eyes to what's possible. I want you to ask yourself, how did it feel writing those things down in your own words, hearing yourself say those things, hearing yourself make those comments about what you want in life? How did it make you feel? And how did it stir up something inside of you that says, I can do this? See, it doesn't matter if it's small or large changes. It doesn't matter because right now you're making the first step. That's important. That is so important. See, based on your current reality, you may sit back and you look at those words and you think those goals are just dreams and they're so far out of reach. But I want to tell you, they're not. When I first started this health journey, I could not imagine what it would feel like to shed those 24 pounds, for my husband to shed those 72 pounds, and what our life looks like right now. But it was taking those small steps every day, leaning into our why. So I want you to write down on a paper somewhere this week, today, whatever, what your why is. I want to be able to fit into those jeans again. I want to be able to play with my grandkids or my kids. I want to feel confident and bold. I'm a public speaker, so I wanted to feel confident when I stepped on a platform to be able to share with people. I wanted to feel good about me so that I could focus on what I was there for. Write your why out, whether it's on a sticky note, whether it's on the screensaver on your phone, whether it's on your bathroom mirror, because I want you to put that why somewhere where you see it every single day. Because on the days where you don't feel like it, like I didn't on that Peloton bike, on the days where things get tough, or on the days where everybody's saying, why are you still doing this thing? On the days when you don't feel like other people understand what you're doing, you will see that why, and you will be reminding yourself of what is valuable in your life. So when you make those small changes, you're going to begin to dream and see what's truly possible. And the last thing I want you to write down on that paper is imagine something that you would absolutely love to do in the future, but because of your current reality, it's not possible. And I want you to put that down on your sheet of paper as one of your whys, because I want you to be able to celebrate that moment when that dream and that desire becomes a reality, because your why matters. Thank you. Kristen, I want you to jump in and I want you to share a little bit.
Okay, so one who is like fired up that they actually are here and they're like, yes, I'm extremely motivated. I'm ready to crush this thing. Put a 1 in the chat. This thing fires off all the time, but I have to interact. And it's hard. Yes, me too. I'm glad. And I love what Karen said about the Peloton. She had the choice and she actively made the choice not to. We've all of us have all been there. But here's what I want to challenge you with today. What if I told you I could help you accomplish the things that you put on that paper? I could help you go to the next level. I was reading the chat and a couple of them were saying, I've stalled a little bit. Some of them were saying, I'm ready to level up. Some of them were saying, oh my gosh, I needed this today. I've got to get this during the holidays. What if I told you, guaranteed, I could help you crush that paper? I could help you get to those goals with one extra thing. Would you trust me to do it? Put a 2 in the chat if you would. Good. Okay. Here's the magic. The magic in all of this. You know, the food in the box, it is magic. It's science. If you eat it, you will shrink. If you want to make this lifelong, you're going to have a little accountability. You're going to have to get ingrained in this community. You're going to have to get connected to your coach, but you're going to have to learn the habits that stick. And guess what? Here's the one where everybody goes, you're going to have to be proud of what you've accomplished. It is easy to be proud of what you've accomplished. 173 pounds, 113. It is easy to do that in this room right here because this is comfortable. But guess what? This room can't be there always. And if you want to get what's on that paper, you're going to have to be proud of it outside of this room and in every day of your life. So I'm going to teach you how to do that. And we're going to make it fun and you're going to get prizes. All of a sudden, just forgot about the prize. I think it's $100. $100, Karen? We're going to go with that because nobody's correcting me. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. And this is not just from Kristen's book of This Sounds Good. This is actual statistics, okay? Public accountability increases your chance of success to 65%. Ongoing public accountability increases it to 95% chance of success. Jam, get your Cash App out that chat. You basically this community is fun. We're a train wreck, but we're a lot of fun. Basically, when you live your journey out loud, you have a 5% chance of jacking this up. 5%. 95% success rate just from you being you and acknowledging you. So put a 3 in the chat if you are doing amazing on program, but it makes you nervous to post about it. You can be honest. Yes, Nichols, thank you. Yes, Susan, thank you. Oh my gosh. Congratulations. Every one of you are human. You're human. And you're thinking right now, this has been so much fun, but this girl got on here and woo, where's the leave button? It's at the bottom, but don't do that to me. And don't do that to you, okay? Here's what I'm going to say. This journey is about you. It's always been about you. But if we're 100% honest, this is not our first rodeo. It was not mine. I was a quick fix kind of girl. I did everything under the sun. If it halfway worked, I did it twice. Here's what made this different for me. Aside from the amazing nutrition, because it's science, I learned to be proud of me. I'd never done that before. I hid in the dark, didn't want to tell anybody I was doing it because I was terrified that I would put something out there and so would see that I actually, here she is again, here's Kristen. She didn't do it. Oh my gosh, what's she trying now? It's not going to work. I constantly lived in the world of waiting on the other shoe to drop. And guess what? I thought I controlled that shoe, but the reality was I never actually did. You know why? Because I let all the false narratives of what I thought people would think about me control that other shoe. And when I did that, I had no control of my own journey. And guess what? Every flipping time that shoe dropped. Because I wasn't doing my journey just for me. I was doing it based off the opinions of others. And I was scared to tell people about it because I didn't want them to judge me. Can I give you a little freedom today? People are going to judge you regardless. People are going to talk about you regardless. Most of the time, what people are saying is not what we think in our heads at all. What people are doing is encouraging you and supporting you, and 90% of them are, but you're worried about the 10% that might not be. And so what we do is we do this thing in the dark, hoping that it pans out. Can I be a really good friend to you today and tell you if you want what's on that sheet of paper, if you don't learn to be proud of you and you don't learn to live it out loud, it's not going to happen for you. Not because it can't, but because you will quit. You will let the ideas or opinions or the false narratives in your head control what happens next. And we talked about the holidays coming up. It's only a couple of days, but we'll make it a big deal. We'll say, I'm going to jump back on at the first of the year. Don't kid yourself, girl. You ain't. Don't. I'm just going to do it a little bit. I can't put that out there. Somebody's going, don't live in that world. Here is what I tell every one of my clients. If you're one of my clients, you don't get the option to post because I know that it works. Because I know just through coaching, it holds my feet to the fire. I live my journey out loud. Is every day perfect? No, heck no. But it is consistent. And because I live my life like that, it makes it easy for me. And guess what? It makes it fun. And I claimed my freedom back. The freedom on the other side of that submit button to just know that this is about you. That is liberating. And that right there is what makes this lifelong. The food in the box will change your body because it's science. But 95% of that is up here. And it holds us captive. So you can change your body or you can change your world. And you can make it lifelong. But that is going to come in the mindset shifts. And that is why we live out loud. For that very reason like that. And because you know what? By golly, you flipping deserve it. You deserve to be proud of you. And I tell every client this. How many of us celebrate our kids, our spouse, somebody gets a new job, somebody has a baby, a friend loses weight. Oh my gosh, they look amazing in a new outfit. How many of us do that? All of us. How many of us celebrate ourselves? Not a one. We are at the bottom of the totem pole on our best day. I'm not sure why that is, but that's what we do. We consider it, oh, that's cocky. I don't want people in my business. It's not that you don't want people in your business. You're worried about the opinions of others, but the opinions of others are not going to get you to that paper. The opinions of others are not going to get you the freedom. The opinions of others are not going to get you the life that you want. But the other shoe ain't going to drop because you have control of the shoe. So if you would celebrate all the people in your world, it's time to celebrate you. And I'm going to show you how. Emily, if you're still with us, here's our challenge for you guys. We can go through all the elements. And we can do this every week, and we're going to because it's going to really help. I can't see you guys anymore, and I don't like that. And it's going to, there we go. All right, and it's going to really help you guys win. But when we go to these things, these challenges, this is going to catapult you to the next level. So here is our challenge for you, especially because it's Halloween. I've got 2 little kids. We're going to be trick-or-treating all the things. Some of y'all are already at trunk or treats. Get with your coach. We're going to do a challenge, $100. If you live your journey out loud, every post you make, you can be entered for each one, right? Y'all give me a head nod because I can see you 3. Yes. Okay. All right. So if you make a post today, you get 1 entry. If you make another one tomorrow, you get another entry and so on. Okay. It will shut off on the end of this month. So the 31st. And then we're going to do the drawing next time. You have to be live to get it. Okay. Here's how this works. Emily, can you show those one more time? Sorry, girl, squirreled. Okay. So you got a couple of options. You can do a pumpkin post. This is not intimidating, guys. An average pumpkin weighs 7 to 10 pounds. This girl, Anna, she's lost 30. She just says no tricks, treats here. Down 30 pounds and feeling better. The next one is Mimi, talking about she's feeling great. She's lost 40 pounds and finding how great she can feel being present with her family at the pumpkin patch. None of these are screaming, hey, look at me, look at what I'm doing. These are saying, look, there's hope, because somebody else out there feels like you felt. And until you learn to own this girl and this journey, it's going to be hard for you to get to that after picture. Here's another one. I think she's 85 pounds down. So you can do a pumpkin picture. If you're like me and you got little kids, you're going to a pumpkin patch, like it or not, in the heat or not. Grab yourself a pumpkin and smile. You don't need a before and after. You actually don't even have to do the left side. All you need is your face and a smile. That accountability, that excitement, owning where you're at, that is going to catapult you to the next level. That is going to help you not ride the conveyor belt of Krispy Kreme. That is going to help you get excited and level up. All right, here's another one, sugar shot. You can do these. I think a pound of sugar, that's not pounds of sugar. I think sugar weighs anywhere from 5 to 7 pounds too. I think those are 10-pound bags. I cannot see. It's 30 pounds, 20 pounds down. So excited. Sugar shot challenge. Guys, these are fun. These are fun things to do that help you get excited about your journey and just live out loud. It doesn't have to be a side-by-side picture. It doesn't have to be that complicated. We make things complicated because we like to just not do it because we don't want to tell anybody. But this is what makes a difference. It makes you see you for what you've actually accomplished. When you hold that extra weight in your hand, you realize you don't want it back. Here's another one, sugar shot. How fun is that with Halloween coming up? How fun is that? There's another one at the bottom. I think that lady lost 70 something pounds, or here she is, 73. Take a picture basically with how much candy would weigh that much. You guys need to see that. Some of you that have lost 173 pounds, 113, you need to see what that looks like, because that is life-changing right there. That's a big deal. Halloween past and present. Those are easy ones. How fun. I mean, look at the difference. It's just a smile. These don't have to be a big deal. Just something fun, something catchy. So you're going to get the encouragement and motivation to go throughout your weekend, but you're also going to learn to celebrate you. You're going to get with your coach. Here's how this is going to work. You're going to get with your coach. They're going to help you do it. Okay. You'll tag them. And when you tag them on your post, that is your entry. Okay. And they'll help you figure all that out. You can put it in, everybody's got their own client support page, client page, but then your coach will let us know. So get with your coach after this. Your coach will let us know that you've completed this. And for each one that you do, you get an extra entry. So if you do one, you get one entry. If you do all 4, you get all 4. And there's tons of different things you can do. Those were just great examples because it's holiday. So here's where I'm going to ask y'all to put your feet to the fire. Who right now, because when we get off of this, things may shift. It may not feel as good. You may not be in the moment. Who's committing to doing this challenge? Put a 5 in the chat. Who's committing? See, and that's all it takes. If you want to level up, you got to learn to be proud of you guys. We are super proud of you and love having you guys here. And I know this extra accountability is really going to help us. You're going to see the community that's here to rally around you. But as great as a support system as we can be, you got to be your number one cheerleader. And if you haven't done that in a while, now is the time to do it. So, Karen, I'm going to turn it back to you.
We will say thank you for being on today. We're honored to be a part of your support team. Make sure to connect with your coach this week. Make sure to participate in the challenge, tag your coach, write down your why, define your why, and decide that you can and you will this week. We'll see you again next Friday, noon Central. Okay.